Good evening, everybody. How you guys doing? Merry Christmas. This is the last live we're going to have before Christmas is over. So I can't believe this year is going so fast. Let's see who's in the house. We've got My Wild Home. Good evening. And Thunderstick Homestead, Marianne Bimler, Heartland HQ with Dink and Tank, and Rebecca Touched by Yarn. Rebecca, look at what you did to me. Evelyn Newman, good evening. And Linda Peterson, Let's Trade Paint, and Dale Homestead. Always a joy to see you come in. You can pop in if you don't have your jammies on. You can pop in if you do have your jammies on. I'd like to see My Wild Home in here tonight, too. Good evening, Dot Roper and MT Homestead. Nice live. I was listening. I just couldn't. I had to get ready. We got. Oh, the link is at the top of the chat, so come on in. We got an open mic tonight. Hiking with Jackie Boy. Oh, Hiking with Jackie Boy. I got your sticker. Nice. Thank you. Lazy days ahead. Good evening. Narrowway Farms. Must be a special night. He's in here. No. Always a joy to see you come in. Scotty Too Hottie. And Wanda Henry. There's adventure awaits, my buddy. He's the one who goes hiking with me. But I'm sure you guys know that by now if you watch the videos. Ooh, we already got somebody in the green room. Hey there.
Hey, how you doing, Brian?
Pretty good, and yourself?
Hold on, let me go back over and mute this other one.
Oh, you weren't ready.
Yeah.
I should have asked you if you were ready.
I can't get there. I'm going to leave the studio and come back.
Oh, you're going to leave? Okay. The Moran experience. That's new to me. Welcome. Well, we got Rebecca Touched by Yarn. How you doing?
It's all Devil Dog's fault tonight. That's whose t-shirt I have on tonight.
Am I doing your hat justice tonight, huh?
You are.
I tried.
I wanted to surprise everybody. I have a new way of making scrubbies.
Oh, yeah?
On this.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Is that the same as the baby hat, or is that totally different?
That is for the baby hat, and this is what they look like.
That's actually pretty cool.
It is.
I could imagine that would work really good.
It does. I have.
How long does something like that last?
I have no idea because this is the first time I've made them.
I know, but you make dishcloths for scrubbing, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. How long do those last?
I have no idea.
You haven't stopped using it?
Yeah, until it starts falling apart because it is cotton, but what I've been doing is, you see how many are down in here? I'm filling this thing up.
Yeah.
They take me about a half an hour to 45 minutes.
Oh, that's cool.
So
you could knock out almost 3 of them in the same time you could do a hat.
I'll pull
4.
I'll pull some out that I've made.
I like those. I like them. I
No,
like it. I like it a lot.
and I'm working on mine
Um,
right now.
we've got Making It Home in here. And who was the other one I just saw come in? Making It Home and Tim Mason. Good evening and welcome for coming, or thank you for coming in.
Hi, Dot Roper.
Are you ready now, David?
Sorry about that. It actually got so bad that I actually had to like shut down the whole part of the program to get started back up because StreamYard was taking up the whole screen
Yeah.
and it wouldn't let me go back and say, okay, well, shut down the YouTube microphone or speakers and then go back. It was like a whole screen. I was like, all right, well, then just shut down the whole process and then open it up in a different browser. I was like, wow, that was pretty messed up. I've never had that happen. That was pretty weird.
The Sherman Family Farm and Barbara Hopkins. Barbara Hopkins, that's new to me.
Hey, Rebecca, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you ever spend a time during your day where you don't have a needle in your fingers?
I'm always doing something.
Okay, that's
That's
cool. That's cool. That's pretty much where I've been all day. I don't know. I did this on Empty Homesteads last Sunday, where I shared these night lights that I was doing. I think that shows up all right. I was doing
Oh,
these night lights, and everybody started to order them, and I did it on my Facebook page as well. And I had so many people that wanted pictures put onto them, and I'm like, oh my god, to put a picture on a piece of plexiglass like that with a laser, you can say, yeah, I can do it. But boy, I'll tell you what, I wasted more plexiglass than I actually used. And I had one guy order 5 different pictures, and the fourth one wasn't any good. So he has to send me a fourth one again. And he wants them by Christmas. And I'm like, okay, well, where do you live? Well, from where I'm at, that's about an hour drive. And I said, well, if you order 5 of them, I'll bring them to you. It's not an issue. If you order one, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna put it in the mail, and you won't have it by Christmas. But I've gotten hit by so many channels and so many other people saying, "Oh, I want one. I want one. I want one." That I've been all day today on the laser. I'm probably going to spend all day tomorrow on the laser, and then I've been getting hit with these whatnot channels. I've got Gunk who wants one done on a round mirror, so I had to order the round mirrors because I'm not going to cut them. And I got another one with Mystic Metals that wants it on a round mirror, so I had to order that. And I had another one, it's a brand new channel called Hilltop Wooly. He wants it on a round mirror, and I'm like, well, when the round mirrors come in, or the round plexiglass pieces come in for him, I don't want to cut them. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever smelled plastic burning in your house. That's nasty.
What
And
happened to Brian?
Brian disappeared on us. He's going to leave us in
He disappeared. I looked up.
I don't have the same beard he's got, but I'll do my best. And I'm not wearing a Christmas hat. I can change to a red, white, and blue one, but I can't change to a Christmas hat. I don't have one of them available. Yeah, I guess he decided he had to go do something different. I don't know.
Something knocked him out.
So Rebecca, how many times do you get somebody say, "Hey, can you have this by Christmas?" and you just don't have time to do it?
No, nobody has done that, and I'm glad they haven't.
Okay.
Really glad. Because
the
hard thing is I don't have a vehicle anymore.
Okay, so you don't have a way to get
So
to the post office.
I either have to pay for a taxi to come and get me, or ask a friend that if they're going to town. So
Right.
it makes it a little bit harder.
Yeah, I imagine it does. I can see like with me, I'm always, because we have a seed business, I have people go in the post office every day of the week.
Wow.
Monday through Saturday, there's somebody at the post office. Hey, Kevin. Monday through Saturday, there's always somebody going to the post office. Hey,
There's
Brian decided to join us.
Hey, how in the world?
I
Hey.
tried to fill in, but I don't have the right beard and I don't have the right hat.
Wait a second. How in the world does that work? I completely lost internet and it was still there.
Oh, we were still here.
Yes.
We were going on without you.
Well, that's good to know. At least I know next time what to do. But it just kept
Yeah.
spinning, and I was like, "What in the world?"
Yeah, just throw a bunch of people on your channel and you can just totally disappear. You don't even need
Yeah,
to be
Mel-
there. We filled in the empty space.
So there was
Melody.
no time lost, huh?
No, there was no Brian, but we carried on without you. We did all right.
I could go to bed.
How we doing?
Melody asked how I'm doing. I'm doing great. I'm not complaining. You know that I don't have a vehicle
Yeah.
because I have friends that will definitely take me where I need to be. You know, when I need to get there. So we're doing okay. Yes, it is hard being out in the country, but you know,
And
we
like,
do okay.
so continue.
I do that with my mom. My mom's 88 years old. I talked her out of having her driver's license. And I told her, if you want to go grocery shopping, just ask. I'll take you to the store anytime you want to go. And if there's ever a time I can't do it, then my brother Dale will drive down from Syracuse and you'll do it. You know what I mean? It's one of them deals where some people don't have the means to get a vehicle and other people just don't have the ability to drive anymore, which my mom's case was. She was running into her neighbors in her own parking lot. I always said, well, if mom's driving, don't talk. And I never said another word until she pulled into her own parking lot and she ran in front of the car that was in front of her. And I was like, how did you do that? And she's like, well, you said something and I was looking at you to see whether you were, how I was supposed to respond. Well, what you're supposed to do is just like not drive. It was a treasure trove to get her to say, okay, I give up my license, I give up my vehicle. But I got to the point where I was just like, when you reach a certain age and you can't do it anymore, you need to kind of reach out to people that can. And maybe it's a good idea not to pay for your car insurance, pay for the gas and everything else to become the local taxi. Especially if you're driving friends around because you're talking to them and you're not paying attention where you're going or what you're doing. And for her, that was a big issue for me. So, Brian,
Back to goods in here too.
what do you have going on?
What do I have going on?
Other than the bathroom. I like the bathroom. The bathroom's turning out awesome.
That's all I got going.
I haven't seen Barbara Hopkins in a while. Great to see you, friend. Wow.
Yeah, it's nice that she came in. Yeah, that's what I got going right now. We did rake leaves in the yard, but that was last week. And then, yeah, I worked in the bathroom.
No more.
I'm putting up the lights. That's a little different than painting.
Yeah, no more hiking or anything like that going on.
No, not yet.
Too cold?
I'll have to get together with Chris and see if he wants to go do something. It would be neat to go do a winter hike.
It would.
Where there's snow on the ground and stuff like that. So we'll see.
I'm real close to what's called Greek Peak Ski Resort. And they actually have hiking trails right here by us. And I'm not too far from Labrador.
Yeah.
So if you want to go do a winter hike, I'll go with you on a winter hike.
Let's see what that's about.
Takes a little bit to put a boot on my foot, but I'll make it work.
You have to put a boot on your foot.
Yeah, I shattered my heel 2 years ago, and my ankle doesn't bend the way normal people's do. So it takes a little bit to put a boot on, but I can walk uphill and I can kind of walk downhill pretty good. And I'll do a hike with you.
Cool.
You want to meet at Labrador Mountain or someplace like that nearby? I wouldn't have an issue with that at all. And they got some pretty cool trails.
I'll have to check it. Why don't you message to me that hiking resort and I'll check it out.
All right, I can do that. I got your number.
Cool. Yeah, we need to talk. Cause I want to talk about those things. That's what I was going to bring up before my computer went out was what is the makeup of that? Is it just etched plexiglass and then the light shines up through that and that's it?
Yeah, well, no, that's not it actually. They come with like a USB cord so you can plug them into your phone charger so you don't need to use batteries. I run mine on a battery just because I want it portable. I want to be able to move it around without a cord attached to it. But it does have a USB cord that comes with it where you can plug it into like a phone charger port for plugging into an 120 volt outlet. And it also has a remote control so you can change the way. You know, like that one there was like flashing color to color. You can actually go real smooth with color to color. I can give you an idea of what it would look like. I think, I don't know how my camera would, well, actually, I'm not going to try it because I don't think my camera will pick it up very well. I actually have a man cave sign made for here in my upstairs office. It says Moffitt's Man Cave. And the year that we bought the house and stuff, and good food, good times, good friends. But you can change the way that it works, and the remote control that comes with this thing has got, I don't know, almost 20 buttons on it. So you can say, I want this color only, or I want it to change colors slowly or fast, or I only want these colors invested into it or whatever. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. And
Don Mason is in here.
I sell those for $20 a piece shipped. So there's no shipping and handling on that. Because I don't feel that people should have to pay shipping and handling on top of the price. USPS keeps changing their rates every day, and I can't justify what USPS does. I've done the same thing with the seed business. Every time they raise their rates, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep my prices of shipping where they're at, because for me, every time they change their shipping rates, it changes the way I package my product, because my product gets shipped out with the shipping rates on the outside of the package. And that's thousands of dollars. So USPS can do whatever USPS wants to do. I'm fighting inflation, I guess you could say.
Do you have a way of doing stencils?
A stencil?
Yeah.
As in like,
you know, like somebody would use the stencil on in book crafting or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
you dabble, you stipple. I mean, like if you wanted to have your logo done so that you could spray paint through it and leave it on a board.
I believe my laser would be able to do it. I'd have to look into the material that would be needed to be done with it.
That would be really cool. I always thought of having that.
I know my laser would do it. There's no question about that, because my laser would cut that plexiglass. My laser cut up to 1/4 inch plexiglass.
Yeah.
So a stencil is only like maybe a 16th inch thick. It's not really plexiglass. It's more of like a film. I've actually got some. I could show you what they look like.
16ths of an inch thick. That's pretty thick, isn't it?
Well, it can probably go a lot lower, to be honest with you. I just don't know what materials are available for it, you know. I mean, if you look at these night lights, they're probably close to 1/8 of an inch thick. It's 2 millimeter. And I think I could probably go down to like a 1/2 millimeter thick and set the laser up to go in and do like stencils and stuff like that. But I'd have to look to see what the material is available, but I'm pretty sure I could do it.
That'd be cool.
I actually have,
then if you were doing a project, you could like put the stencil down, spray paint over it, and boom, it's
and 9 times out of 10, there's actually I have a remover that's called I can't catch it off the top of my head. I actually have the stuff that's made to remove paint off of stuff. So if somebody goes in and like graffitis over your sign and it's just spray paint, you can go in and wash the spray paint off that sign without affecting the sign. So if it was like a stencil, you could say, okay, well, I sprayed it once. While I'm waiting for that to dry and I'm waiting to use the stencil again, I could actually go in and remove the paint from that stencil So it's like never going to have a lot of buildup put onto it and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's one of the things I've been really doing a lot of research on. As far as spray stencils, I really haven't done much, but I do buy stencils. I've got a package of flags that I mean these things are super thin. They're not even not even the 32nd of an inch thick.
Remember?
And
Do you have a way of cutting stuff like thin copper sheeting and stuff like that? Will your CNC do that?
I do with the plasma cutter, but the plasma cutter is not run on CNC. And I do with a way of doing it by hand. The CNC for doing stuff like that, I do have CNCs that would be capable of it, but the problem is I don't have the bits and I don't have the experience with it. I mean, you're talking cutting something really super thin. I was just showing my employee today that I actually have a what's called a drag bit for going on top of glass, and it can go in and it can etch the glass on the face of glass for doing like logos on window glass or whatever. And he was looking at that and he's going, well, that's really cool. And I was like, yeah, I know. And CNC is made to run this thing. But the problem is I paid $45 for the bit. I've never taken it out of its package other than just say, look at this. And then put it back in the package and throw it back in the drawer, you know?
Hey there, Ronald.
Another
How are you doing this evening?
Good.
Cool.
Another alternative too is if you want to do like one-time stencils or whatever, is I do have vinyl plotters. And vinyl plotters you can do it in vinyl and then just smooth it out. Like say you're doing like your cornhole boards. Anything you want to put on that cornhole board, I could put on vinyl and you can just go in and smooth the vinyl out on that board, spray what you want, peel the vinyl back off, and then I have vinyl remover that would go in and take off any extra contact cement or whatever's left behind. And you can do it with vinyl too, and I do have that. I've got two different vinyl plotters. One of them's I think 36 inch, but I go 24 with it. And one of them's 12 and that can do up to 10 inch.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That's actually
Thank you, Jesse.
That's actually how we started doing the mirrors with engraving and stuff, was by creating the design on the vinyl and then transferring it to the mirror. And some of it was done with liquid etch. Some of it was done with, okay, put it into the sand booth and hit it with glass beads or whatever. And if you wanted to have a picture in the back, it was going in with a soda blaster and soda blast in the back of the mirror. And then add different chemicals to it to clean the rest of the mirror chrome off and stuff. So yeah, I've played with all this stuff for years. I've been doing this, probably 8 years now. Anyway,
Did I say hi to Mary Ann Bimler? Well,
I don't believe so.
I
But
didn't
hi,
know she'd come in. Hi, Mary Ann.
oh, full blown. Man, I was way
Food.
down up on the chat. Full blown country's in here. Good evening. Thanks for stopping in.
Hey, Pooch and Pretty, how we doing?
Is Tish in here too?
Evelyn Newman's in.
Probably is. They might be watching together. Yeah, Evelyn Newman. Evelyn Newman's always here. Jeff Killian's in here?
Yeah, so I said, hi, Jeff, Killian.
Sean,
You guys were talking.
Very cool. I met him at Bar Run Forge's gathering. And because of me, he's got tiny tongues. he was making these tongs for forging, and you make it all in one piece, and then when you've done all the work to it, then you cut it in half and put them together. Well, he was talking to me and explaining stuff, and it burned in half in the wrong spot.
So what do they do? Cut them and then weld them back together?
No, they don't. I guess it's so you have a long length to work with. You just do your end, and because tongs are two parts, just like scissors. So
Right.
you just do it all in one piece, and then when you're got your ends all set and everything, then you cut it in half, and then you put the rivet in it.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was thinking the other kind, like salad tongs, were attached on one end, like chopsticks.
I've got something here that was forged. It's a hummingbird.
Well, that's cool.
That's nice.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it is. DJ Turner is in here too.
I actually have a Ivy's Family Factotum hook that was forged, but I can't show it because it hangs on my wall. It's like we're working on my back porch, which the door is behind me, and it's cold outside right now. So I took his hook and I hung it on the backside of my attic stairway in a closet, and I use that to put my coat on. So when my employees out there,
Ball and
coat
country.
available. I got my coat available, so if he says, "Hey, can you come out and give me a hand or something?" I got a coat to put on, and they sent me that hook, and I was just like, "Wow, that is the perfect size, the perfect shape for what I needed to hang my coat from."
Thank you, Barbara.
Pooch should come in for a while. I haven't seen him in a long. I haven't really talked to Pooch since the meetup.
I actually didn't even see them at the meetup.
You didn't?
No, and I was looking for Full Blown Country, and I was also looking for Cold Beer Ranch.
You know what? I didn't even know. I knew who you were before the meetup, but I didn't know that was you.
Yeah, well,
I did not realize that was you.
I was looking for Cold Beer Ranch, and I kept running into Sean from Let's Trade Paint because he was wearing the Cold Beer Ranch shirt and was going, "Are you Cold Beer Ranch?" And he says, "No, I'm Sean." I think I did that to him 2 or 3 times. We finally got to meet each other. Yeah, I don't know. I thought the Oklahoma Mid-American meetup was like a really, really good time. I would do it again. It's a long drive from New York.
Yeah.
It taxied my girlfriend's family a little bit by putting us up for a couple days on the way back through. One night on the way in and a couple nights on the way back through. But I would do that again. You know, I mean, I'm actually looking at buying land in Arkansas right now. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to make that route because that was a long route. We had to go to Illinois, down to Missouri, down to Oklahoma. And it would be a lot shorter drive just to head straight for Arkansas, you know.
Yeah.
Missouri's just above it, so I could probably make that be a night stay. But Illinois, no, I don't want to do Illinois again. It was too far out of the way.
It was a hike, but it was an enjoyable ride. We had a lot of fun talking, and
There it is.
it's a different type of. My dad and I see each other every single day, but when you're on a road trip, different types of conversations come up that are interesting.
You were there with your dad, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. I think I talked to you for a little bit though.
We drove all the way down there with my dad and Paco and myself.
Okay, Paco. Yeah, I remember that. I talked to you and your dad. Not for very long.
Oh, I think I did talk to you. It just took me a while to figure out that was you.
Yeah, well, I had Josh from Sherman Family Farms to meet me there because he wanted some seeds, and I was like, "I'll give you the seeds, but rather than me mail them, I'm going to be in Oklahoma. Why don't you just come over to the Mid-American meetup and I'll give them to you?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, I'm going to be there," and I was like, "All right, cool." And we were walking down the road, and my girlfriend says, "Like, hey, Dave," and I was like, "What?" She says, "Somebody back there is calling your name." And I stopped and I turned around, and he come up through and he said, "Hey, are you Dave?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, I'm Josh." And I was like, "Okay, Sherman Family Farm." And he's like, "Yeah." So we talked for like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. And it was like, okay, that was a cool little meetup. That's all we talked all the time we were there. But I was like, okay, well, at least I got to talk to you. I got to meet you, and I kind of gave you an idea of what I didn't want you to do with getting my seeds. I don't want a commercial. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you the seeds, but I don't want a commercial made out of them.
Hmm.
And he's like, well, what do you mean? I says, I gave seeds to one couple. It was the Wisconsin vegetable farmer. And those guys made commercials out of almost every live that they did with my seeds. So finally I had to email them and say, hey, you can talk about my seeds, you can talk about my business, but do me a favor, don't make it a commercial for me, make it a show for you. You know, this is about what you're doing with my seeds. It's not about me and giving you these seeds. It's a totally different concept. And Josh understood it right away. The Wisconsin vegetable gardener, they took some time to get that one down. And I was a little disappointed in it. They created videos for me, they did this, they did that. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want you to be my commercial. I don't need a commercial. I just want you to, you can say, I got these seeds from Dollar Seed, and then grow them and say, this is what they did. Don't make every video about me. And I think Josh understands it.
Yeah. Barbara Hopkins asked me why I had commercials.
Heather Langstrom said hi to all of us.
I have not figured out the commercial thing at all. I mean, if I don't set it up so it can do ads, then because I'm late at night, by the time I get up in the morning and get going and stuff, my live's running, people are watching it, and there's no ads on it or anything so I don't know. I got to figure that out. I set it up so there should only be 2 segments in the live. Just click off of it.
I haven't even set up Google AdSense yet. I've got my 4,000 watch hours, but I've only got 360 subscribers, so I don't feel I need to worry about how to figure it out yet. But I've been told that some of my lives there's been ads put on too, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're not letting me get paid, but you're putting lives on my live, or you're putting ads on my live. That seems a little strange.
They do on mine too.
Do they?
Yeah. I've been told that there were ads on my stuff before I even got monetized.
Yeah,
it's very rare, but it happens. They think they can get in there and sneak one every once in a while.
Well, I'm already up to the 4,000 watch hours, and I think that's what it is. They're looking for somebody that's popular, even if they don't have the subs, and they say, well, yeah, we can put ads on this one. That's fine. I don't care. You can do whatever you want. What I think would be really cool would be, okay, well, you can do that, but wouldn't it be funny if a sponsor were to come to me and say, hey, can I sponsor your show because you're real popular? Even though you don't have the subscribers, you've got the watch hours. And then let me throw my own product out there because now they can't show their ad. That would be awesome.
That's another thing. If you say, because I'm late at night, I go to bed, I wake up, and my live has 20 segments of ads on it. 20 segments. Who's going to watch that?
Nobody.
Nobody's going to watch that. So that's why I try to do it myself, so at least I can control it a little bit. But I don't know. The only way I could think is to not have not monetize it until I get up and get going in the morning or whatever, and then I'm losing ad time while I'm not doing that. So who knows?
Well, I've been told, Brian, that there's a way for you to go in and say, I want the ad to only be at the beginning, or I want the ads to only be at the end.
Yeah. You know what? It used to be, but it's been like a couple of months where they have it set up differently, and I haven't figured it out yet.
It's a circus. I've watched ads in my lives happening in the middle. And it's like, well, why did you put an ad there? Well, you got 4,000 watch hours. Yeah, but I don't have 1,000 subscribers. You're not paying me, so you're wasting my time with ad space that you're not paying me for.
I know, but 20 freaking ads. I don't know. That's not doing them any good because of the person watching the live backs out because there's 2 ads in the first 5 minutes.
No, I actually
no ads are going to be watched either.
I actually use what's called the Brave browser, and that's what I normally use for watching YouTube. And Brave browser doesn't allow any ads to be played while you're watching a YouTube video channel. It hurts the channels a little bit because you're not getting the ad play, but in the same respect, it doesn't hurt me because I don't want to see all these ads, and most of them aren't relevant to anything I wanted to buy or do anyway. I mean, I see ads for medications. Oh, the side effects are worse than the disease. The last thing I want is have that put on my lives or whatever. And if somebody wanted to use the Brave browser and ignore those ads, and I don't get paid because they didn't watch them, I wouldn't have a problem with that. You know, I don't want to get paid because people are forced to watch something that isn't relevant to them.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a woodworker and Grizzly comes up with an ad, great, go ahead and play it. I wouldn't have an issue. But in the same respect, if you're just doing like an open live, say, and you got everybody talking about everything, and you're just throwing nonsense ads out, I don't like the nonsense ads. That's the part I'm really furious with. I don't like the nonsense ads. There's a lot of them. All right, well, Brian, do you have anybody else waiting in the green room?
No, I don't.
Wow, that's
Anybody
unusual.
who wants to come up, they can certainly come up. This is an open mic. It's where we're getting on almost at Christmas here.
You normally have Johnny and Josh, I think it is.
I haven't even seen Johnny Gillum in here. Did I?
I thought you had the guy that smokes the cigars all the time. I forget his name now. Yeah, Justin.
Sometimes he doesn't show up.
Yeah, I guess not.
A lot of time, but not always.
Yeah. Well,
it is late at night. I mean, there are some people that go to bed at 9.
Yeah, there's some people that actually go to bed at night. I don't. I'm normally up past midnight.
Yeah, me too. I've always been bad about that. The other night, I thought I would be really good. I went to bed at 12:30, and then I woke up at 3 o'clock and couldn't go back to sleep.
I had one night this week where I was so tired. I was actually in bed by 9 o'clock at night, and I woke up at 10 o'clock with heartburn because I ate so late. I forget what I ate. I think it was like cream chip beef or something like that. It was something stupid, but I ate it, and then I just like went right to bed. And an hour later, I was up and I got heartburn, and I'm in there eating a Rolaids, and it's like, yeah, that was kind of a waste of time. Should have stayed up another hour because I was up another hour waiting for the Rolaids to kick in anyway.
That stuff doesn't work, does it?
Huh?
They always talk about like Prilosec and Rolaids and all that stuff. It just amplifies the problem.
Well, actually, Rolaids are made with sodium carbonate, and I worked in sodium bicarbonate, baking soda, it's calcium carbonate rather, and they do work for getting rid of acid, but once you chew them up or whatever and swallow them in, it's almost an hour before they actually start to really work a little bit to where you don't get the acid gas reflux or whatever. I tried the Prilosec, and I'll be honest with you, I thought that was the worst junk I ever put in my body. It did absolutely nothing for heartburn. They said, oh, this will last 24 hours. Well, as sick as it made me, I was like, good Lord, I hope not.
I can't remember what the circumstances was, but my doctor prescribed me Prilosec, and I was like, why did you do that? I don't need that. I don't have a problem like that. And I found the bottle not too long ago, and I just dumped it in the toilet.
Yeah, well, that's the issue, is that a lot of these doctors will prescribe stuff, just because they can.
Yeah. He said, my doctor says, do you have a sleep app machine? I said, no. He goes, why not? Because I don't have a problem.
I don't know. I go to sleep. I wake up. I'm done.
He looked at me like he was upset that I didn't want a freaking sleep app machine. I don't need one.
My problem has been I need cortisone shots in my ankle because of the arthritis and stuff. And workman's compensation keeps turning down the treatment, saying, well, it's not needed, it's not needed, it's not needed. And I actually got a hold of the workman's compensation board and I said, well, wait a minute. Let me tell you what my doctor told me. If at any time that this cortisone shot stops working, then they have to put me back under surgery and fuse the bones. Do you want me to go back under surgery and pay for this all over from the start again? Or do you just want to allow this to go through and let me get the shots that I need?
They don't think about that.
Well, they're fighting it. They're fighting it, and my lawyer's sitting back going, yeah, well, they only need to do it one more time. And I'm like, well, they just did it 2 more times because I had it done at the doctor's office and they refused to pay for that. So now they're trying to bill me, and I'm like, no, I'm not paying for it. That's medical. You know, it's under workman's comp. I'm not paying for it. And they did it again. So there's your 3rd time. You work it out because I'm not paying any bills on this stuff. It's not happening.
I had plantar fasciitis really bad on the one ankle or heel, and those cortisone shots are not fun. But I will tell you, it knocked it out, and I haven't had it since.
Well, for me, the cortisone shot lasts. You can only get one every 90 days, and for me, it normally lasts for about probably 70 days before it fades away, and then it starts really hurting again.
Yeah.
But like the last one I got was at the doctor's office, and he did it using the sonogram because that was the only imaging tool he had available.
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny, it would be appropriate for you to come up.
I told him I don't want you to do it with the sonogram anymore because at the hospital they were doing it with actual imaging equipment and they were very accurate. You and your sonogram, that's not so accurate. You were actually missing the joint, so yours only lasted maybe about 25 days, and it hurt me. And theirs doesn't hurt me, and it lasts 70 days or whatever. And I was like, yeah, you guys can't keep doing this. Put it back through the hospital, put it back through imaging. And workman's comp says, yeah, no, it's not necessary. Is Johnny on the background now?
No.
Of course. Of course.
He doesn't.
Hey, get it together.
He doesn't want to come up on this.
That's probably not Johnny anyway. That's probably Christine.
Well, Christine would come up on her own channel.
Yeah.
There's Pafford Homestead. Good
Hi,
evening.
Pafford.
Thank you for coming in.
Look,
Did you make that while we were doing this?
yes.
Wow, that's fast.
So Rebecca, can I ask what that is that you just made?
Lazy Day
It's a scrubby.
engraved it. Lazy Day engraved it.
Ronald won this on Andale and Lazy Days Ahead's.
Engraved it.
They engraved it with his channel name.
Oh, very cool.
It's a charcuterie board. Here you go, brother.
And here's their
And he's now got his own magnet and sticker.
That's cool.
and this is a card that they
Where did
sent
a
me.
sticker from?
That's the card.
Sweet.
That's cool. So Rebecca, what do you do with the scrubbies? Do you sell them or what do you do with them?
She doesn't know. She just started making them today.
I just started making them. And it's being made on the little round loom for the baby's hats. I found an easier pattern on YouTube.
All right.
Do
There's
you
a
know
lot-
that DJ Family and Friends Travels and More lives about 30 minutes from where I live?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
If you're
I hope
making
I hope we can get together and meet each other.
Oh, Rebecca, you need to make this guy a hat.
I know it.
I got a hat.
Rebecca, there's a market for those if you use a stretchy yarn.
He's got some Walmart knockoff hat.
Yeah, it's kind of cut back here so it fit his head. It's a $3.
Made in China.
That's actually the hat that's in my thumbnail.
Oh, is it?
Oh man.
Yeah,
I was
don't
going
you
to
feel
do I was
sorry
going to
for
do
him?
a new one this year, and I didn't do it. In fact, it was 5:00, and I was watching lives, and I was setting my computer up, and I went to go set up my StreamYard, and I was like, I didn't do a thumbnail yet. And
That's a good
anybody
thumbnail.
knows that I put a lot of time into my thumbnails, and I was like, no. So I had to throw my old picture up. I wanted to do one with this hat. I still could fix it.
Kevin said it's Santa time.
I'm hoping Rebecca feels sorry for me one of these
Me
days,
too,
and
because
I
I don't
get
think
it.
we can get this off of you.
Rebecca, you can't have him walking around with a Walmart camouflage.
It looks cute on me, not as cute as this hat does. But
Yeah.
this one, it's stretched out now, so it's not gonna. A 12-hour hat is what you're asking for.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's an 8-hour
Oh,
hat.
is it 8 hour? Okay.
Each one of those hats takes me 8 hours. And I did 5 this year.
Did you do
So-
Brian's?
They're not worthy.
I did Brian. I did the first one that I did was of the Santa hats. I should put that because I've done other long hats also. The
Are
first
you
one
ready?
was Skipper at the New Miss Maniac. He was the first one. Brian was the second.
Hey, Josh,
Brian was the second. The third was Jesse because he said he was jelly.
I feel out of place.
You should.
You should.
You should.
Hold on a second. Oh, what? Hold this 1 second. Hold
There she is.
I don't know, Johnny. I think he got his at J.C. Penney's.
The
Johnny's
the
got
next
his
one-
at our local wall, or not
Perfect.
local
Okay, go.
Wall World, but oh
Look at that. Look at
my
that.
god! Oh.
How you
Oh,
He got the Sears special.
That's
So
adorable.
the next person that got it was Yes I Can Barbecue Simon. He got a Santa hat. And then the last one was Critter Creek.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mickey.
He was the last one that he really says, hey, I really need this. And I went, okay.
I really
I said I
need
wasn't
it.
going to make any more.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So I
of you,
think
though,
I'm probably gonna get started on them because
Number 6 and 7.
you gotta realize that I've got to be in the mood to work 8 hours.
Oh, I can imagine.
Because once I start it, I keep going. And I finish it.
Gosh, I was going to tell you what to do.
Hey, leave him with Titus's hat on.
Hey, that's Titus's hat.
He's gonna be looking for that.
Did you
Or
like
just
to
Titus's
him at
hat.
the curry board?
Somebody struck your hat.
Hey, Ronald. Oh,
Ronald's charcuterie
it
board.
looks so good.
That's nice.
That's
All right,
very
guys, I'm going
nice.
to drop out. Brian, you guys have
Look, Abraham Lincoln whenever you had that hat on.
David, what? What,
I'm gonna
David?
drop
I
out.
gotta get back to
I'm gonna
work.
drop out. You guys have a good night.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
Good night, Dave.
Night, David.
Wait,
Nice
wait,
to-
Fritz.
Always nice
Wait,
to see you, David.
Christine. Wait.
Hi,
Take a
Indo.
look at
Have a
this.
good night.
Wait,
Merry-
wait.
These are the pins that I had made by Jerry
Oh, those are
All right.
nice. I like them.
out of a tree that used to be in my front yard.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Nice.
That is nice.
So that's kind of special.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like this hat's about to blow up.
It
any
looks like
second.
it's about ready to pop up. I can hear it going. It's under so much pressure. But feel my hat is so soft.
Yeah.
So
And then-
hot in here.
Then today in the mail, I got something.
Hey, Kevin. Tell
I got to
Joanna
take
I said
something out of the back of my hair because this is not going to fit. I thought I was getting one from somebody else,
hi. Hey, Heather.
but look what I got.
Mhm. Woo, look at there.
Oh, what does that
See
say?
there.
I like it.
And
The Vineyard Farmhouse.
Ooh, now whose logo is that?
that is oh my gosh.
Oh. Let's talk about something else while she thinks about it, though. I'm teasing her.
Quint Nelson, his barbecue channel.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that.
So
That is so cool.
Shasta Valley Outdoors says I'd usually jump on a beard stream, but right now I look more like Krampus.
Well,
Oh, come on.
I honestly, because oh my gosh, all these people's names. Yes, I can barbecue. He said someone needs your address, and I'm like, okay. So I thought I was going to get something from his. Then this came today, and I was like, oh, good.
oh, that's so sweet.
Hey, 12 Stones is in here.
Hi, 12 Stones.
Hey,
Byron.
guys.
Hey, Byron.
Long
Is it
time no
already?
see.
I know it's in the
You opened it wrong.
last 10 minutes when Byron comes in. He's the
There's
closer.
Packer Homestead. Is he the closer?
Is that, or you got your closers coming in?
He's the closer.
I got a few things to mail myself today.
Did you? Really?
Mhm.
Me neither.
It's a little late, but I'll still give it to her.
Ooh.
Oh,
I ain't got one of them.
looky there.
I ordered these for Haley for our anniversary as a hint at what we're doing.
Yeah.
Couple
Aw.
days late, but it's still all right. I'm gonna give it to her anyway.
Hey.
So happy belated anniversary.
Yes, happy
you.
belated anniversary. And that
We
is
were-
so awesome. We're going to have a blast on that. Rambling with the brooms.
He's who made them.
Awesome.
Mhm.
We've been married for 13 long years.
You haven't been long enough. Not long enough yet.
13
Where you're like,
long,
it's been so long. I don't even know how long we've been married. We don't know how long we've been married. It's been that long.
Ace,
You see what
did
I
I say
did?
hi to Ace Hope? No,
You
Ace.
did. You did now.
Just know.
Ace Milk with me. What?
You're a little slow in the head.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Here, you put this
amazing.
in there. How much on that?
Josh.
Put the sticker back.
No, it's okay.
All right.
There's Sean.
Hey.
Hey, Sean.
What's going on, Blue?
Got something else in the mail I've been looking down there.
What'd you get?
Hey,
There he
Critter
is.
Creek, did you see my post? Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's just, we need to, prayers and prayers for that family. That breaks my heart.
No.
Oh, you didn't see it yet?
No.
Oh.
I'm glad you got one.
You know, I've been watching him for a long time. And,
That's a big
You know, he started-
loss.
yeah, it was horrible.
Hmm.
You know, when he,
Said 28 years. We're not quite 28, but we're getting real close. Ooh, I think.
You
Ow.
think?
Well, it's over 20. Once you get over 20, you're like,
we've been,
it's all gravy. It's all the same.
it's all gravy, ain't it?
I think we've been together, period, total was like 16 years. And then
Mm,
married for 13.
yeah.
Well, the
So,
congratulations.
I got a question for you, Josh.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Beware.
All right, here you go. You have put the tree stand up.
Yep.
Leave him alone.
We're running out of time. So have we actually
One tree.
been there?
Oh.
I've been in the stand, mostly just enjoying the quiet and the outdoors and, you know,
That is what it's good for, though. Just being out there and enjoying nature. What God
Yeah.
put on this green earth.
If you didn't know, Josh has a new video out where he's putting up his deer stand.
He
and
has the best
Titus
director
has
and
actually
cameraman
put
ever.
yes, Titus takeover of the camera.
I just love love when he gets on his little rants and you're just like, like he did at our house, and then, like something, all of a sudden you hear something dog and he keeps on going.
Yeah.
Yeah, no dog, no dog.
All right, I'm gonna go get after work, but I love y'all. Merry Christmas if I don't see y'all before then. Oh, well, hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow night. But
Hope so.
Yeah.
all
Good
right.
night.
Tell that beautiful little girl right there to smile every once in a while. Thank you.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Thanks for popping in, Christine.
I love y'all.
Bye.
Yeah, Dad. What
What?
David said.
What David saying? Rock climbs out, falls asleep, and the deer walks
Linger right out of here.
Yeah, it was nice. When I was making that, I was really like, I don't know what this video is going to turn out to be like. It might be good, it might not.
Hey, it
But
turned
it's
out
pretty good. Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah.
Real good.
He's
Hey,
on.
Wrong. Yeah,
you got like, what is it? Unless you're bow hunting, you got like till the end of this month.
Yeah. I'm not bow hunting yet.
So
I gotta get it restrung when I find a good person.
yeah.
There's a lot of good people in front of you.
So we're going. So that's the video I'm waiting on.
Byron Ford is in here. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How you doing?
Run Ford.
Yeah.
And Sean says, "Great video, Josh."
Hey, thanks, John. I got it down here with my eyesight's bad. I kind of been out of the chat all night long. We, some of y'all might have saw our old neighbor that used to always come over and hang out. It's a vet, and he had that stroke and had to go to the VA hospital.
Didn't he have two?
No, one was kind of a heat exhaustion. But today was his birthday, so we took him out to dinner and got him some ice cream and sang him happy birthday, and he was really excited about it.
All right.
Linda.
Hey, Troy, Jeff Killian was in here. And I got 1 minute left. I want to thank everybody for coming in. I want y'all to check out my video on Friday when I release it. It's going to be putting all the lighting in the bathroom, and
14.
it was actually a fun video to put together.
To 15.
So thank you everybody in the chat and all the moderators that take care of my channel. Thank you for everybody that popped up on the panel.
Just by the way.
And everybody have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
We'll be in between Christmas and New Year's next week when we come up. So everybody have a great week.
Yep.
See you next
Merry Christmas,
Wednesday,
everybody.
9 o'clock Central. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, because